Let's talk about the credit component because this is something that people don't realize. So my firm, we help people become bankable. And so when people ask us about business credit, we say we have to start with the personal first. And so you obviously being in this world, right? Tell everyone listening and watching, what credit score should everyone be aiming for at a bare minimum to try to get an SBA loan?
So the bare minimum is a 650. That's where most banks draw the line. And notice I said that's where most banks draw the line because the SBA program doesn't actually have a set credit score component. So the SOP that governs the program doesn't say anything about you having to have a certain credit score. However, they put the onus on each individual bank who's actually making the loan to make what they call prudent credit decisions. And so basically every bank kind of has their line in the sand that they're going to draw in terms of where they will stop with personal credit. For most banks, that's around 650. There are some lenders that will go lower, but those are pretty few and far between. I would say a 650 is pretty much your bare minimum. Really, you should be aiming for a 680 or higher.
Absolutely.
I tell people if your score starts with a 7 or better, you're usually good to go. Okay, that's usually like a ticked box, and then credit usually is not a real discussion point as long as your score is in the 700s or better. Only exception to that being is if you have like outstanding revolving debt that may give a bank some pause or some worry. But the score itself, I would say always shoot for at least a 680 or better.
Absolutely. I think that's great advice.